Another fight broke up between Tonto Dikeh and ex-husband again after the birthday of Tonto Dikeh's son. But before we talk about this recent happening on social media, I just want to bring you back to Tonto Dikeh's relationships and how they ended up. It's true, Tonto Dikeh is a very beautiful girl, but I don't know why she has never really had a successful relationship despite the fact that she is rich, wealthy, and very, very popular. So, this is a question everybody has been asking. Why is Tonto Dikeh not staying long in a relationship? This is a big question we have to be answering at the end of this video.
Tonto has been rumored to have dated a number of bigwigs in the Nigerian entertainment industry. But the first major relationship flaunted by Tonto on social media was with luxury jewelry merchant Michael Awolaja, aka My Livelihood. Diamonds, they say, are a woman's best friend, and My Livelihood didn't spare any when it came to Tonto Dikeh. The jeweler lavished Tonto with expensive gifts, customized diamond iPhones, Rolex wristwatches, and plenty of others, which Tonto would excitedly come to social media to flaunt. I recall just like it was yesterday when they both attended the Eloy Awards. They were so loved up, looked so much in love, and they were just cozying in each other's arms. When Tonto picked the Actress of the Year awards and gave her vote of thanks, she thanked her fans, her colleagues, and she also added that she would like to thank her boyfriend, and she pointed to Michael. Oh, it was such an ow moment. And everybody was owing and owing and owing. But unfortunately, that ow situation didn't last, because very shortly, they broke up. Some said Michael called it quits, some others said it was Tonto that called it off, but whatever it was, that relationship did not last. Tonto Dikeh took to social media to throw some shade at her now ex, calling him a cheat, a prolific internet love peddler, aka 419, scammer, yahoo, and also calling him fake, amongst many other things. After her breakup with this jeweler, it wasn't so long before Tonto Dikeh found love again, and this time she found it in the arms of a guy which she just referred to as Mr. X, or King Kong. At the beginning of their relationship, Tonto Dikeh was quite discreet about the identity of her new man, much to the maddening curiosity of her fans and followers. Despite concealing his identity, she never failed to take to social media to reveal and flaunt several gifts that she claimed that he bought her. You see, Tonto Dikeh and Mr. Churchill, or Lakunle, who we will later discover was the Mr. X, had met at a birthday party in a nightclub sometime in 2014. And according to Churchill, only 3 months after the met, Tonto Dikeh announced that she was pregnant. They got married traditionally and she bore him a son, a split image of Churchill, who then named King Andre. These two kept 7 couple goals on social media. They looked so in love, they looked powerful, but unfortunately, that tap was very quick to run dry. Because after only 17 months of being married, that marriage between Olakunle and Tonto Dikeh crashed in what I can confidently say is the most scandalous of all Nollywood's divorces. The details are so damn messy. Tonto Dikeh took to her YouTube channel in a series of videos she titled The Evidence to give reasons why her marriage crashed. She alleged the following. 1, she claimed that her ex-husband, Churchill, was a certified fraudster, a yahoo boy who lives off defrauding people on the internet, and that all this, his companies, organization, charity this, charity that, were all shams to cover up his true source of income. Secondly, Tonto Dikeh claimed that her ex-husband was sexually impaired and lasts a maximum of 40 seconds in bed, that he was incapable of satisfying her throughout the course of the marriage, and that even her son was conceived in the 40-second act. Thirdly, she claims that Churchill was very fetish and diabolic, and that at some time she had bumped into him reciting some incantations with red and white pieces of clothes tied on his waist. She claimed also very strongly that Churchill was a cheat, was a flirt, and cheated on her throughout the course of the marriage, especially unfaithful human being in that marriage. Next, she accused him of domestic violence, accused him of beating her up and even cleaning her blood after he's done beating her. She accused him of being financially dependent on her, always calling her for one financial favors or the other, and that all those gifts that she came on social media to announce that he bought for her, that she bought it herself and only lied that they came from him. She even said that she was responsible for her own wedding 100%. That as a matter of fact, she was the one that married him because he didn't contribute a dime to their wedding down to the bride price. Abomination. Also, he was accused of being an imposter, an identity thief who claimed he was a child of former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, but later in the marriage she got to discover that his father was merely a gardener for the Obasanjos and that he wasn't the biological child of Obasanjo. Guys, there were loads and loads and loads of accusations and allegations. But Churchill, on the other hand, refuted all her claims, saying that he was 100% financially responsible for her and the birth of their son in the United States. And despite he had issues accessing money at the point of their marriage, he gave her back 10 million naira for all the expenses she incurred for the wedding. He said that he is a legitimate businessman, and contrary to Tonto Dikeh's claims, she was the one who was violent, short-tempered and aggressive, and as a matter of fact, she even laid her hands on his mother. And guys, this is how the one-time lovers became Jew and Gentile. Tonto Dikeh yanked off Churchill's name from her son's names and made him bear her own surname. She made it clear that she would play both mom and dad in her son's life and that she doesn't need Churchill's presence, she doesn't need his money, she doesn't need his name, she doesn't need him in her life and her son's life. You'll find her dressed as a man to attend her son's school functions. You will see her wish herself both Happy Mother's Day and Happy Father's Day. She'll call herself King and Mama de Papa. And that was how the love affair went irretrievably sour. Churchill, on the other hand, went ahead to get married to this lady that he was accused of sleeping with or cheating with, Rosie, and they now have a son, another split image of Churchill, who they interestingly named King, the same name that the son of Tonto Dikeh and Churchill bears. Despite these two have gone their separate ways, they never stop taking swipes at each other on social media every now and then, revealing very dirty and nasty secrets about themselves, much to the entertainment of many and to the embarrassment of some who believe that these two should know better and get a grip on themselves, considering the fact that they have a son between them. A child who would grow up and his friends may refer to him as that product of 40 seconds. A child who will grow up and see nasty details of his parents spewed on the internet. A child who will grow up to be completely embarrassed at his parents' show of shame. All this advice fell on deaf ears. So after the much publicized breakup of Tonto and Churchill in 2019, Tonto Dikeh did a good job at keeping whatever relationship she had away from social media. That's if she had any at all. A lot of people considered that the best option for her too. Tonto Dikeh took a step which many considered one of the biggest mistakes of her life. She took to social media to officially unveil her new man on the occasion of his birthday. She posted a picture of Delton politician Joseph Egbiri, popularly known as Gbogbo. She captioned it, "I adore you, Gbogbo, King Andre," that's her son, "and all of our kids. Thank you, my husband." Husband, and the internet users were like, wait a second, what did we just hear? Did we miss something? Husband? When did you get married? You mean you didn't tell us? And who is this dark chocolatey man beside you? Tonto Dikeh closely followed that post with loads of others. Photos of her presenting him with a huge, gigantic cake. Photos of her giving him a car gift on his birthday. Pictures of him with her son, with Olakunle, playing dad. Pictures of her grinning from ear to ear. Pictures of her kissing passionately and her shedding tears of joy, tears of love, tears of affection. Write-ups of her hailing him for being a great father to her son. One thing was obvious, and that is that Tonto had found love again, and she was not afraid or ashamed to show it to the whole world. But guys, only a few days after Tonto Dikeh had publicly announced her new love, trouble came knocking. A voice note leaked. And in that voice note, which will eventually become viral, Prince Popogri was heard in a phone conversation with another girl. And he was discussing his relationship with Tonto, bad-mouthing her actually, while also discussing his escapades with other women. Sexual escapades, if you want to know. Despite Popogri came out to try denying that audio tape, it was so crystal clear that that was him and that was his voice. So Tonto Dikeh called off the relationship. And once again, it was made public as Tonto Dikeh accused him of a lot of things. She accused him of stage managing their relationship for personal gains. She accused him of invading her privacy and planting cameras all over his house without her knowledge. She accused him of trying to blackmail her with intimate pictures and videos of her. She accused him of fraud, that he had deceived her into giving him 8 million naira and that he had returned 6 million and had an outstanding balance of 2 million, which he refused to pay. She also accused him of being a threat to her life and that he knows where her son schools and she doesn't feel comfortable or safe with him around anymore. Prince Popogri didn't stay as quiet as Churchill did. He returned each of Tonto's bas with a corresponding boss. He described Tonto as Helen of Troy, and despite they had only dated for only 3 months, he described it as a living hell and even commended her ex-husband Churchill for having put up with her for 17 whole months. He refuted the claim that Tonto Dikeh broke up with him and released a voice note of Tonto Dikeh in her most vulnerable state, crying hysterically and begging him not to leave her. In that voice note, Tonto was heard telling him that she's gonna die and that if she dies, that he must never allow her son's father see him or reach out to him.
Convince you, but please, I'm just gonna beg you to take care of my son for me. Just please, just take care of my son for me. That's all I'm gonna beg you to do. Please, please just do this one thing for me. Don't let his father go close to him. Just take him like your own. Please, do everything that you can. Do everything you can to please raise him like your own. That's all I'm going to say to you. I'm tired.
Wow. He accused her of sleeping with married men and breaking the homes of other women. You know, guys, it was just so messy. Tonto today will post a picture of Popogri in diapers and insult him. The next minute, Popogri is responding, it was fire for fire. And there again, once again, Tonto Dikeh's relationship was in the mud. And the question on everybody's lips was like, why? What is going on? Why does it have to be you all the time? While some others, her fans, defended her and said that these men were the problem. Well, we all know that Tonto Dikeh is not one to show defeat publicly. So she braced up herself, posting pictures of herself, depicting that she's happy and fulfilled and blessed and all of that. She even has now ventured into politics, where she's running as deputy governor in the soon-to-come election under the African Democratic Party. One thing is for sure, Tonto Dikeh has proven that she is the queen, or should we say king, of controversy. Creates it, she basks in it, she embraces it, and she definitely profits immensely from it.
So, despite the fact that Tonto Dikeh is very rich, very popular, and very beautiful, all her relationships ended up in a fiasco. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Why upcoming will be the next revealing that Tonto Dikeh has come again to social media to give us about her ex-husband. Watch out for the next video. See you. Bye bye. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.